The lunatics are allowed to run the asylum until Vince comes back.
They've been doing a good job of fucking shit up in the meantime, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they have.
So number 2, JC.
All right, so number 2 reason why Road Dogg sucks, he is a JD bitch boy. I've never in my life seen any wrestling personality put JD over as much as Road Dogg has.
Dude, with how fucking influential Road Dogg is, he's what, the VP of creative right now?
He's the VP of live events right now.
VP of live events. That's a very high state right there, okay? Very high position in the company. And very influential, mind you. And he is a fucking JD dick sucker. Like, literally, he's on his thread saying, I'm a JD mark.
Oh my God. He really puts JD over. Like, he has conversations with him that are polite on Twitter. He says positive things about it. And I'm like, ugh.
Like, dude, out of all wrestling personalities, you pick fucking JD?
Oh my God. This fucking screeching cat fucking idiot. Are you kidding me?
Well, it all just comes down to which of the most viewed wrestling YouTube personalities suck Triple H's dick the most. JD's at the top.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would be in love with him. But the fact that he's so blatant with his love, because I have never seen somebody in an influential position at WWE being so nice, so fucking sweet to JD, who was like the ass cancer of the IWC. And they're being sweet to him. Like, granted, I don't care if you share the same opinions, but how can you be like, oh yeah, that's my guy. That's the guy who I talk to. I'm proud of that shit. I want people to see my conversations with him.
Well, it's especially stupid too because JD is notorious for getting in heat with the wrestlers.
Right.
It's like, why would you want to
bro,
risk getting ill favor with the other wrestlers in your company?
It's the point that Sonya Deville and Alexa Bliss will beat him bloody if they see him on the streets.
Oh, yeah.
They will paint the streets red with his blood.
He's
okay?
Like, I'd like to see them fucking try.
That's what it would be. It would be
Police!
Like a 2-foot tall 6 midget getting slam dunked by this big nosed Demi Moore and a fucking 36-year-old woman dressed like a doll. They would be beating the shit out of her, damn it. They would kick JD's ass.
I bet they would. You probably have Road Dogg come to his defense.
Oh man, I can't let JD go down like that. And then he would get his ass kicked too.
I hope that needs to happen.
Yeah.
That really does need to happen.
Pathetic. But like, you should be so ashamed of yourself.
Just to put JD over.
Why are you not ashamed of yourself?
Because he doesn't have to face any consequences. At all. None.
And Triple H is like, hey, I like what you're doing there. I can't do that, because of my position in the company, but I appreciate you giving him props. You're working your way up my ass.
What?
Doing a good job.
You're really getting good at sucking my jack.
He loves deep throat fellatio, damn it.
Oh, he most certainly does. But just like he's a JD bitch boy, reason number 3 why Road Dogg sucks, he adds nothing to the creative team.
Bro, never has, never will, never apart. Even when he was on the NXT creative team, he objectively tried to make it worse. Like, he did nothing to make anything better. All the good ideas were coming from Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. And I remember him getting into arguments with Joe Cronin about the creative. Because, Joe Cronin would complain about, SmackDown's creative. And this is back when Road Dogg was on the creative team. And Road Dogg would get into arguments with Joe about this. Be like, what are you talking about? We're doing a great job. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
no, the ratings say otherwise.
Yeah.
And that has always been his thing. Is he never tries to change things for the better, especially a guy with his tenure in the business. I mean, especially a guy with his mic skills. You would think that he would be back there as like a mic coach or something, training these people to be better at promos, to develop a character, anything. Instead, he's just useless, boring fucking mark that jacks off to 5-star matches.
Well, and what's ironic about that is that usually the worst wrestlers in the ring are the ones that respect it the most. Like CM Punk wants to be, I'm a respected wrestler, even though I'm fucking horrible in the ring. Road Dogg wants to be respected. Triple H is a horrible wrestler. He wants to be respected for his in-ring ability.
It's envy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's envy. They wish that they could do what those guys do.
Which is why they care so much about it.
Right. And they're like, wow, you got to be really fucking skilled to do that. No, you just got to be an athlete.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I mean, if you want to go and do any of the fucking shit they do in wrestling, just be an athlete. That's why most of these athletes coming out of NIL, the reason why they're like jumping right in and doing great is because they're athletes.
Yeah.
They get that side.
Like you want to get someone who's better in the ring than Ricochet. Take someone from like a collegiate gymnast.
Exactly. Olympic gymnast.
Teach them how to wrestle. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. You will have flips up the ass. You will see dudes doing fucking 1,620 splashes. You know, you're going to see them doing crazy shit if you do it right. But that's the thing. They love that Mark shit because they know they can't do it. It's the way it is.
And because he feels like he's a father figure to a lot of them. I think there's a component of that.
That you're very right about that. Yeah, because there are a lot of wrestlers that, for whatever reason, look up to that red-faced tomato head. But yeah, a lot of wrestlers do look up to the guy, and he very much tries to stick up for those talents. Unfortunately, the talents that he's sticking up for are awful, and you know you can't do that. You got to support the people who are actually going to make money with the company.
Well, and you want to do that because, again, you want the company to be popular,
right?
More and more popular every single year. When all they're doing right now, when people are jerking off about the ratings, all they're doing is getting 200,000 viewers from Dynamite or from AEW and bringing them into WWE.
Big fucking whoop.
Yeah.
You're just getting the crowd back. That's all you're doing.
Well, they're just taking from AEW. They're not creating new fans.
Right. Yeah. All you're doing is just getting the fucking work rate marks from AEW. And as we've seen since Triple H's reign of terror here in 2023, what have we seen? We've seen AEW's ratings dwindling.
Yeah.
They're getting sucked dry. It's like the Euphrates over there. It's just fucking drying up.
The ratings, dude, I was watching a video from Brandon Thurston, WrestleNomics. They broke it down. Like they showed you like point by point, like AEW. People in the business to run it.
You're picking the wrong guys.
For sure.
You're picking the wrong guys.
And to tie into that, reason number four why Road Dogg sucks. He's a company kiss ass.
Always has been. Like, even like back in the NXT days, he was kissing so much ass. Like, oh, Bayley's amazing. I can't wait for Bayley to go up on the main roster. She's going to be a huge star.
Just how much he would shill NXT. Constantly wearing NXT hats and NXT shirts and shoving that shit up your ass and down your throat. Hey, I like NXT. Do you like NXT? No, because it's fucking garbage.
Oh, no, they tried to make it into like the fucking ECW of the modern era.
God.
It's underground. It's hardcore. No, it's fucking Mark garbage.
Right. The ratings indicated that.
Right. And that's the thing, too, is he has done such a great job of kissing the right asses to even have a job right now. Because, I mean, he got let go there for a little bit, started up his Oh You Didn't Know podcast and just garbled on nonsense about Mark bullshit.
And even then, he would never really shut up the company.
He knew what was up. He knew he would get rehired. And once Noseman regained the control, oh, boo, right away, call back up. That's all it took.
Immediately. It's disgusting how much he just kisses it and how much he kissed the ass of NXT. Like that, more than anything to me, is so disrespectful to WWE.
Right.
Because granted, it's the developmental, but at the same time, you want to put the main company over more.
Well, but he's more so looking at it from a perspective of Triple H is really going to like me and he's going to eventually take over the company anyway. So I might as well just keep on kissing his fucking big-nosed ass. And that will give me a nice warm seat at the top of the company. That's what it's all about. I don't know if he really believes all the Mark shit he says, but I think he's greasing the right wheels to make the right future for himself and his family.
I think so too.
Because you can tell from his promos, the guy isn't a fucking complete dumbass.
No, he's just he's a mark.
He's definitely a mark. We're not going to deny that he's a mark. I think he's legit with his markism, but I think to a further degree, he ups the ante because he knows what Triple H will like.
For sure.
And he knows who Triple H is behind.
Right.
Because, I mean, for him to jump on the Zoe Stark fan train like that was so suspicious. He was calling her like one of the next big wrestlers to come up.
Well,
one of a kind talent.
Well, going back to NXT Black and Gold towards the end, She was one of the most promoted wrestlers back then.
She was.
Who's there? Road Dogg.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Right under his wing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he's defending all these chicks who were under his wing, who we got to know on a personal level. And so now, with him in the position that he's in, he and Triple H are going to shove these ugly, boring bitches up your ass and down your throat. Now Dakota Kai's in a match at WrestleMania.
Against who?
Against Becky and Lita and Trish.
Why? If anything, it should have been Io Sky.
No. They're all in the match. The 3 versus 3.
Oh, Damage Control. Yeah. We were talking about that. I thought she had her own individual match. I was like, no, fuck that shit.
They haven't cucked out that hard yet.
Wow.
But,
they will
give it time.
Give it a year. They'll do it.
Give it a year.
They'll do it. So
if only Vince. Yeah, we need Vince to take over completely.
Yeah, Vince, just stop fucking around, man. Yeah, we know you growed the mustache. You're back. You're showing some testosterone. Get the fuck in there and take the reins.
Yeah, just make JD's worst fears come true. He's taking the company back. It's a conspiracy, and I'm being proven right all the fucking time.
I will not be satisfied until I see JD have an aneurysm live on his Raw after show.
We got to do a review of it then.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So number 5, what do you got?
Number 5 reason why Road Dogg sucks. He acts like a jackass on Twitter.
Oh,
we've mentioned a few things, but like. Yeah, so just to recap, he puts JD over on Twitter. He gets into arguments with all sorts of wrestling fans. Acts like a fucking mark on Twitter.
It doesn't matter if they got 56 followers. He'll be like, "Fuck you, your opinion's invalid." Yeah. Blocked.
And I'm looking at these tweets that he makes, these stupid fucking tweets, and I'm like, "You're a professional. Why are you acting like this?"
Because he's a man-child.
It's like, dude, you represent a fucking billion-dollar company, and you're acting like a fucking jackass on Twitter.
Well, and that's what really trips me out, is that he just has free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's in a very influential spot in WWE, and he's almost as unprofessional with Tony Khan with the fucking quote tweets. He's right up there. I mean, it's sad seeing that's where modern wrestling is seeing the top of the company, no matter what company it is, AEW, WWE, acting the fucking fool on social media. That makes you look so bad. That makes the company look bad by proxy. I wish you would fucking realize that. But no, you're too fucking brain dead to realize that.
Well, brain dead and protected. So no matter what he does, he's going to have his spot.
Right.
So it's sad. It's sad.
Way it goes.
Really is.
So number 6, let's go ahead and talk about how he is a shitty in-ring performer. Now, this is something that a lot of people kind of coast by since he was such a good promo back in the day. Like, he's good enough promo that we could look by that. Here with the Top 10 Sucks, we got to nab him on everything. And we're going to nab him on the fact that this guy was a very shitty wrestler. His punches looked like shit. His shaky fucking boot knee drop looked like shit.
But it's character.
Who gives a shit? It looked like shit.
It looked goofy, yeah.
He never did any cool looking moves. Like maybe a pump handle slam was like the coolest move he did. He just, in ring, he looked like a sloppy fucking bum wearing hammer pants. He did not look good. He didn't ever look like a star. And that's one thing that he never really doesn't get slammed enough on, is that he looks so unmarketable. You would have to know that he was in DX or that he was a good promo to actually give this guy value. Otherwise, if you saw him in the ring with The Rock, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? Is this fan appreciation night? Did they let the special ed kids inside? Is that what's going on?
Who's this fucking low-rent Hammenegger? Come on.
That's what I'm saying, is you have this dude who looks like a bum wearing fucking fake dreads. And he's got hammer pants on, and he's got shitty tattoos, and he's just doing rolling punches. And it looked stupid. It looked fucking stupid, and he didn't match with anybody in DX. I mean, I hate to say it, Sean Waltman looked like more of a star than he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just a shitty in-ring performer, and yeah, just really garbage.
Name one good Road Dogg match.
And that's what I'm saying. Oh, but the New Age out now there. It was. Okay, the hardcore match with them and Chainsaw Charlie and Mick Foley was fucking cool.
But consider their opponents too.
Well, you had the best.
Yeah.
Dude, and let's face it, Terry Funk could be sleepwalking and you still carry those two fucking fools.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about how, number 7, he is always out of shape. Even this day, he's still out of shape. Motherfucker, go to the gym. Put down the fucking vodka bottle and go to the gym.
He's got this big bloated fucking balloon head and this big prego belly. It's like, dude, Lose weight.
You look like shit. Like, come on, dude. You can't even see your dick when you take a piss. You know how much it sucks for your fucking wife that she has to fucking sit on top and ride you because that's the only way she can get your little dick inside of her? Come on, dude. Lose some fucking weight. I mean, but even back then, he looked like a sloppy bum bastard. Yeah. Like, no arms, like covered everything up, was wearing fucking baggy ass shitty hammer pants, had a cutoff sleeve t-shirt, fake extension dreads, just looked like a bum.
Yeah.
Like, still looks like a fucking redneck bum. Like the type that would like just live off a Steel Reserve. Like the shittiest fucking dollar malt liquor that you could get off the shelf.
You go to like the fucking dumpiest trailer park in the fucking like the fucking ass crack of Alabama. You pull one of them out randomly. You put them in a fucking wrestling gear. They'll probably look better in the ring than he did.
They'd be like, "Oh wow, Road Dogg actually looks like he hit the gym." No, sad to say that's not Road Dogg. That's actually Percy from the trailer park, and yes, he's in better shape than this fat fucking stupid tomato.
Who's in worse shape, Trevor Murdoch or Road Dogg?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd have to say probably Road Dogg.
Yeah,
Road Dogg. He's borderline Cassius Ohno at this point.
I think he might be beyond Cassius Ohno.
He's getting there, dude. He's putting on the pounds, I tell you. But you know, his physical looks aside, let's go ahead and talk about number 8. How he is a part of the problem and not a solution.
Nope.
And it is something that is far too often with veterans nowadays is they want to kiss ass. Kiss Mark ass. Anything that's popular with the kids. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Even though it fucking sucks. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And that's how it is nowadays.
Knowing it's not going to get over, knowing it's going to appeal to a niche audience.
You know better. You're a fucking veteran, and you were actually a veteran that was over in one of the hottest periods in pro wrestling. So you know what fucking works. Stop trying to pull these fucking mark-ass wrestlers' chains and make them like you backstage. It's not about that. It's about being real. It's about actually bringing viewers back to the company instead of serving the same fucking mark-ass fan base. But instead, what do? You constantly put over people that do not sell tickets, do not draw, do not move merch, do not spike in the ratings. They don't do anything to benefit the show at all. And for whatever reason, you keep on doubling down with this shit when you could actually, now in your position as the VP, you could actually do something. Especially at these live shows, you actually have creative control to put over the right people. Instead, you're doing the same mark shit. You're putting over people like Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Candice LeRae. Those are the type of people that get pushes because of guys like you.
Well, and you want to say, okay, maybe he's just doing it because that's what Triple H wants. But when you think about it, nah. This is who he is.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it, though, is because he does like kissing Triple H's ass for bringing him back to the company. He's probably very grateful for that. Because if it weren't for Triple H, he probably would still be doing just his podcast. But no, Triple H decided to bring him back, give him a very good spot in the company, and let him keep his podcast. That's power right there.
It really is.
You got some fucking power, and he knows it. He knows he's got power. That's why he keeps on tooting this fucking Mark horn. But at the same time, we're going to give you shit for it. We know why you're doing what you're doing, but at the very same time, we're going to give you shit for it, and you deserve it because you can be helping out the company. Instead, you choose to be, oh, I got to keep my job. I got to do anything I can to keep my job.
But so, like, even in retrospect, like with Dakota Kai, what has she added to the show?
None of his picks, not a single one of his picks have added anything to the show. And if anything, it just shows you the type of guy he is. He's disingenuine.
It's like he's been proven to be wrong.
You can't believe
she's going to be amazing. Trust me. Well, we saw for the past 6 months of her fucking stinking up the joint and damage control.
You cannot believe anything he says. I mean, whenever he says something, just disregard it because it's already bullshit.
I just think he's delusional.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a combination. So, number 9, he's only a star because of DX. And let's really break it down. He was never a star in WCW when he was one of the Armstrong kids. He was never a star when he was over in TNA with the Voodoo Kin Mafia. He was a star in WWE. Why? Because of DX. New Age Outlaws would have not blown the fuck up like they did if it weren't for them pairing up with HBK and Shawn Michaels. That was the rocket to his ass in the right time period. He wouldn't have gotten over, like, let's say when the DX did their revival, like, what was it, 2005? I don't remember.
It was like around there. It was like 06, like, no. It was like 08, 09, I think.
Yeah, right around then. Whenever DX did the revival, even if New Age Outlaws came in around that time and they were popular back then as a tag team, it wouldn't be the same reaction.
No.
That was lightning in a bottle. That was them getting over in the Attitude Era, one of the hottest periods ever, because of DX's influence and their power and how much people fucking liked him.
Well, because like you look at so many other wrestling stars like Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Austin, Hulk Hogan, they got over on their own.
Right.
He never got over on his own.
Never.
He had to be a part of DX because when you like what you said, when he was never a part of DX, he was never over. He was always an irrelevant mid-carder at best.
Well, look at it this way. He was either tag team partner of Billy Gunn, which already shows you in Vince's mind that he can't get over on his own. And even before that, he was lackey to Jeff Jarrett. So that tells you he was never brought in to be a star. He was brought in to be a manager, brought in to be a tag team wrestler, brought in to be secondary, never a top guy. And Vince saw that, and he called it like it was. I mean, you can't blame him for that because this guy would not get over if it weren't for Shawn Michaels and Triple H carrying his fucking bloated ass. That's as simple as it is.
Well, and that's still true to this day. He wouldn't have a job in WWE if it weren't for Triple H.
Exactly. And that's all it is you grease my wheels, I'll grease yours. And
well,
trust me,
greasing more than his wheel.
There's a lot of wheel greasing going on backstage. And let's finish it up with number 10. And the most important, he's a fucking mark.
Like
oh my God.
Like JD from take JD from New York's opinion. Road Dogg's opinion is pretty much identical.
Dude, that is fucking sad when you sound like JD from New York. Like, insane.
Well, the bad thing about that is that you don't need that opinion in wrestling business in general. You especially don't need it when you have a high up position in WWE, when you were influential on the creative team. Which I don't want to hear these not. I know he is.
Of course he is. And now you know why we're calling WrestleMania Smarkamania, because of people like Road Dogg backstage and all his fucking Mark buddies and all the fucking shitty decisions they're doing. Because of that, they're making it the smarkiest WrestleMania ever.
And people are saying, well, it's already sold out. Well, yeah, because you took all the fucking hardcore Mark AEW fans, mixed them with all the other fucking marks that would go to WrestleMania anyways. Well, yeah, you're going to sell out.
And not only that, but it's fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's going to sell out. And at least they have stars that they can book like John Cena, Roman Reigns, Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar. There's a little bit of star power there that they can work with. That's why they sold the tickets. Yeah. If they didn't have anybody like that, fuck it. No, they would not do it.
And the funny thing, too, is in order to pop the ratings, they're having to load these fucking shows with as many stars like John Cena, Trish, Lita, Brock, Roman, Bray. Like,
yeah, the SmackDown rating is going to fucking deflate massively.
When Roman's gone.
Yep. Well, not only when Roman's gone, but also when they don't have all these stars that they can bring in. Because they're using a lot of these stars on SmackDown to pop the number.
But as an aside, if Roman does leave after Mania, that's right when they start negotiations for media rights. Ooh.
Yeah, they got to hold on to Roman as long as they can. But even then, it's like this whole bloodline shit has ran its course.
Yeah.
But you know who thinks it's amazing and thinks that it's Oscar worthy? Road Dogg, the fucking mark.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the answer to all this is Johnny Gargano in the main event. That's what he probably thinks. And because he's a good wrestler.
And Bloodline opening the show, in the middle of the show, at the end of the show. Every single show.
Oh my God. And even if because what those fucking idiots, you know what this fucking fat idiot is thinking, what Triple H is thinking, let's keep the Bloodline going, but let's have Jey Uso or Sammy run it.
It's gonna Sammy.
It's not gonna work.
I can definitely see them making Sammy a de facto leader.
It's not gonna work. It's not.
Oh, but he showed his star power against Roman Reigns. Shut the fuck up.
Roman carried that fucking scraggly bum.
And that's the thing is Road Dogg is the type of guy that's putting over Sami Zayn as the future of the company, as the next Daniel Bryan.
Which is not a stretch because he's been putting over Dakota Kai and Zoe Stark and Johnny Gargano.
Road Dogg, you are such a fucking mark. You are the biggest problem backstage besides HBK and Triple H. Like, you and the rest of your DX jack-off buddies are fucking wrestling up. Like fucking it up so bad. Like it's almost like you're trying on purpose to fuck it up as bad as you can before Vince fully comes back and starts firing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels so maliciously bad. Like, how can you be this bad? Oh no, you're purposely trying to be this bad. Well, I can see it.
It's like with Impact. No one, it's like they're in their own little fucking echo chamber. No one tells them that, hey, you know, Road Dogg, you're doing a bad job here. You know, maybe you should stop putting these fucking people over.
And who is the one spreading this whole rumor or this whole theory about how ratings don't matter? Because I can tell you for one, Triple H, Road Dogg, HBK, they all have that same mindset. Let the ratings hit the fucking floor. Doesn't matter. We'll still have our shitty matches. It's their vision. It's what they want. And they claim it's what the fans want. No, it's what they want.
Well, it's what the people in attendance want. And that's the crazy thing, too, is they cater to one. Like, if you look at Raw's audience, like, let's say Raw gets 2 million viewers, and you're catering to a crowd of like 20,000 people for Raw. That's only 1% of the audience.
Pathetic. So pathetic. It really is fucking pathetic.
And that's who these fucking idiots are catering to, like Road Dogg.
Hey, they paid for a ticket. They deserve to be entertained.
No, but they don't deserve to hijack the entire fucking show.
Yeah, so, guys, this has been our Top 10 Sucks.